Mr. Congressman, could you address the leaked rumors today about President Downs?
All I can tell you is at this time I'm very disappointed with the president. I think he's done a poor job of upholding his oath of office, and he's betrayed the American people's trust.
Can you tell us what's on your agenda for today?
Currently I'm on my way. I'm meeting with the Speaker of the House in a few minutes to discuss some very important matters.
And what are those papers you're holding?
I can't tell you about that right now. It's top secret information. Please, no more questions at this time.
Have a nice day, Mr. Congressman.
Good morning, America. We have breaking news on rumors about President Downs on some very alarming charges. We have reports coming in regarding President Downs on committing treason against the United States and its people. Allegations of treason have never been claimed against a U.S. president. I am Valeria Rivera.
And I'm Sebastian Saleh. In light of these allegations recently being discussed, we sent our on-the-street reporter Connor to confront Congressman Grady regarding such rumors and if any investigations are being done. While he had no comment at that time, recently from our correspondents in the Capitol, we've just received word that further action is indeed being taken.
We have thankfully gotten a hold of Congressman Grady, who is here with us today.
So, Congressman, what exactly is going on in Washington today?
Yeah, so a few months ago it was brought to our attention through whistleblowers and a few other leaks that President Downs did in fact exchange political information and top secret documents in exchange for help from foreign adversaries, a handful of classified information just to get heads up and information on his political rivals for the upcoming election. And to me personally, I see this as a huge breach of trust with the American people, and the president definitely broke his promise to uphold the Constitution in this regards. Based off that and based off my responsibilities as chairperson of the House Judiciary Committee, using these findings, I did bring forth articles of impeachment last night. I believe this is a very serious breach of trust, and it's a very, very bad face for the American public, and these charges definitely need to be addressed in the People's House.
So what are the exact details behind this investigation?
Yeah, so I'm actually investigating as the chairperson of the House Judiciary Committee. We were looking into allegations and rumors that President Downs was abusing his powers as president, and he was trying to get foreign adversaries to gain him political access to information regarding his rivals in exchange for top secret and classified documents.
So, do you think these acts committed by President Downs are worthy of impeachment?
Yeah, so I definitely think this has grounds for impeachment. I mean, obviously everyone will always mention high crimes or misdemeanors, but even before that, one of the main sources of impeachment listed there in the Constitution is actually treason. And to many people, treason is just selling information in general, but if we actually look back at the president from the Founding Fathers, they felt that treason was any foreign or any public official actually selling or betraying the American people, especially during wartime. And while we don't have any standing articles of war passed by Congress, these are foreign adversaries that we've had military conflict with, and the fact that the president would so openly reach out to these countries and try to communicate with them for political gain and his own personal gain definitely signifies that treasonous act and betrayal of trust. And on top of that, just giving away possessed or even being in possession of top secret documents when you're not supposed to be, in of itself is a very notable crime, and I think that has grounds on its own to stand for a high crime. I mean, after all, no one is above the law. I don't care if you're mayor of San Diego, a military, active duty civilian, or even the president of the United States, as we're seeing right now. The law applies applicably to everyone. So I don't care if whoever you are, no one is above the law, and these allegations need to be addressed.
What an insightful interview from Congressman Grady. How are we feeling about this?
Well, gosh, this is really concerning stuff. As a nation, I think we prided ourselves on the president not being above the law. At the end of the day, he's there to enforce and to reflect the ideal, actions a U.S. citizen should take. And so to find such concerning info out is just frightening for sure.
This is definitely going to be, a monumental moment for our government to be able to put a limit to that power.
Yes, if this case is true and the president did indeed commit the actions he did, it would be the first impeachment based on treason for the president in our nation's history, and that would be quite a big occasion.
Yeah, no. Let's hear more. Let's go to our chief political correspondent and fact checker, Jonathan Martinez.
All right, yes, guys. So this is very serious, very controversial, something that we have never seen. It is unprecedented. And due to the fact that he sold classified information and documents, which he gave out to a foreign country with the hopes of receiving information from political rivals for this upcoming election, the House is definitely in the right to bring up the articles of impeachment. Thanks to himself also receiving monetary gains from different foreign multiple countries, it only adds up against his case. As of right now, it is definitely not looking good, and I am hearing news that President Downs should be impeached within the next few hours or next few days. And as we all know and seen within history, with cases like these, the House definitely prefers to move as quickly as it can. So we will see what the next steps will be within the next upcoming moments. And I'm also hearing news from my partners in Capitol Hill that the party is now split. Half of the independent party will vote in favor, while the other half will vote against the articles of impeachment. And just like James Madison said himself, he may pervert his administration into a scheme of speculation or oppression, but he may betray his trust to foreign powers. Back to you guys.
Well, you heard it here first. The situation is pretty alarming.
Such an unprecedented event. In fact, I'm getting reports that our on-the-street reporter Connor is ready to interview with the Speaker of the House now.
Let's hear from Connor and the Speaker, Andres Fernandez Perez. Back to the Capitol.
Mr. Speaker, can you offer any insight into the recent scandal?
This is so horrible to hear. An American president cannot be trading in his country like this. This is unheard of, and we will get to the bottom of this as soon as possible. Trust me.
And what's this law looking like on the Senate floor right now?
Well, as you know, the Constitution requires the House to pass an articles of impeachment by 2/3 majority vote. There's about 232 yeses for it right now, and I'm whipping up the votes as we speak. So it's looking like we can impeach the president by Friday.
And lastly, what is your message to the American people?
We will not let an American president treat the American public as collateral damage for whatever dealings that he has. We will protect the American people, and we will hold the president accountable for sure. And that's all the time I have for right now. I'm so sorry. Thank you. The House will now come to order. First on the agenda is articles of impeachment for President Downs for treason. According to Congressman Grady, it is cited for treason as selling out the country, endangering American lives, and for selling out secret classified material to a foreign enemy which endangers national security. With that, we have Article of Impeachment, SB 82, being presented on the table. Are there any motions for presentation of these impeachment clauses? And for context for all those present here, Article 1, Section 2 of the U.S. Constitution elaborates that the House of Representatives shall have the sole power of impeachment. And Article 2, Section 4, the President shall be removed from office on impeachment for conviction of treason, bribery, or high crimes and misdemeanors. As this falls within those guidelines presented by the Constitution, it falls to this House to vote on Articles of Impeachment, SB 82. Is there any motions for impeachment of the President? The representative from California.
I motion to impeach President Downs.
Second.
There's a motion on the floor, having been seconded, to vote to impeach President Downs. Is there any further discussion? If not, we will now move to a vote. All's in favor, please hit your buttons. All's opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. The articles of impeachment are passed as such.
Now that it has been voted in the House, we can wait for the Senate to make a decision, whether he will be convicted or not. Regardless of the outcome, this information is very enlightening, as the people of this fair and just country deserve only but transparency and awareness of the actions and events ongoing within their government.
Seeing that our checks and balances system has continued to maintain and operationalize when needed is always a welcome sight. Now we will be turning your attention to a press conference hosted by the President himself. We will be following this case closely, following the results and actions of the imminent decision.
Hello and welcome. I called this press conference just to address some issues that have been brought to light recently. They are completely unfounded claims about me and my presidency. As an independent president, there have been instances where the parties have come after me and are working to manipulate Congress to impeach me. These charges of treason and abuse of power are completely unfounded. The idea that they would attack my integrity as a person to somehow get financial gain and use information against my enemies is just not feasible. How am I, in the most powerful position in the world, expected to possibly do that? I am no more guilty than Bill Clinton or Donald Trump. Richard Nixon resigned. I haven't resigned. Come on. I'm not guilty. And I'm not that stupid. I'm not that stupid to get caught. I'm not someone who you're gonna catch because I'm not an idiot. So any evidence they might have found can't be real. This is all a hit piece. Multiple elections have been rigged in the past, as we've seen. It led to an insurrection on the Capitol. So, once again, completely unfounded claims to help get independents out and keep party control. So, at this time, I have nothing else for this press conference, and I'm not going to answer any of your questions because you have leaned against me the whole time as the news media. So, how can you possibly be trusted? Thank you.
President, I think he's done a poor job of upholding his oath of office, and he's betrayed the American people.
Okay. What's on your agenda for today?
Well, we're investigating the president with current allegations, but that's not all I can tell you currently. You know something to do with the rumors? Top secret information, I can't tell you much more than that in the court.
Yeah. What are you holding in your hand?
No more questions, please. Thank you.
Now that it has been voted in the House, we can wait for the decision made in Senate.
Now we turn to a press conference from the president himself. We will be following this case close. Oh, I'm such an idiot.
It's ongoing within their government.
Now that we turn